Hey guys, how's it going? It's Danconia and welcome back to Overcoach. So, okay, let's talk about this. I do not know why we are on Halloween Eichenwalde. This, I believe, is a scrim. We are on board with Vacuity today, and he's going to play the McCree, Bastion, and Widow. But he has told me, I believe, this is a scrim. So, I think that's why this is on Halloween Eichenwalde, because obviously it's not Halloween. This is a silver-rated game, I believe. And he believes he did very well considering he's silver. So, let's take a look at this then. Always love a bit of Widowmaker gameplay. I'm not gonna lie. Love seeing Widows pop off. Right. Moody Eichenwalde. Also, you can probably guess that this is console as well. I'm gonna switch straight back here. Yeah. Yeah, that's very common that people will use the Widow on okay. We need to pull back out here then. It's very common that people will use the Widowmaker on spawn of attack on Eichenwalde just to see if they can get a very quick pick. So let's just take a look here because what we're running is very, very interesting. They have the Moira, the Roadhog, the Symmetra, the Reinhardt, the Ashe, and the Batiste. That's not too far away from meta. Symmetra can be very good on defensive Eichenwalde, unfortunately. Hog's a bit weird. Ashe, obviously very good right now. Batiste very good right now. Moira is serviceable. And Reinhardt's obviously very good as well. We're on the McCree for our team. We've got a Reinhardt and a Sigma. Yep, brilliant. A Lucio and a Moira. Lucio, great for engagement. Moira is going to pump out a bunch of healing. Plus, that player has Moira in their name, so, you know. The interesting thing here is the Pharah. Nice shot. Good shot. This is obviously console as well. The interesting thing is the Pharah, because the Pharah has got no support whatsoever. She's going to get no healing, so she's going to have to use health packs and stuff like that, which is a very unconventional way of using a Pharah. But nice stun on the Roadhog to get him out of his healing. I thought you were getting out of his healing anyway. I'm going to use Deadeye here. I don't think we needed that Deadeye, to be quite honest with you. I don't think we needed that Deadeye at all. Although one thing you can use Deadeye for, because it's such a trash ult, many pros will use it as just a reload. But yeah, I don't think we really needed to use it there. But the Pharah is interesting, because usually you'd run a Pharah with an Ana can heal a Pharah, or very often, obviously, Pharmacy and Mercy. There, Reinhardt has decided to charge out and down the hole. So, yeah, I guess that's great. Nice shot. We need to fall back here, though, because we're frontlining big time. Yeah. This is slightly better. We need to always be behind our Reinhardt, and our Reinhardt needs to keep that. That stun is never going to reach him from there. Okay, we need to be extremely careful here. They have a Batiste, they have their ult up, they've got the window up, they've just shattered your Sigma, and your... Who is that? And your Lucio. And yeah, you're probably going to kill their Reinhardt here, but you could get one-tapped by this Batiste. You don't. That's fine. Again, we are in open sight of this window. They will one-tap you. The Lucio ult has worn off. In fact, actually, yeah, the Lucio ult has worn off. So, they will one-tap you through that window. Okay, I guess. My problem with your ult usage right now is you're using it when you could literally just tap them in the head with a shot. You don't need to use the ult for it. It's almost lazy ult usage in some respects. You're using it when you could just use primary fire. So yeah, I like that you're going for the flash above the Rhine barrier. I'd like you to use it a bit differently. That's all. We can burn that D.Va. Bob's in our back line. Ooh, we missed the shots on the Ashe there. We need to get out of line of sight. Yeah. That Bob wouldn't usually get value, should we say.
Back into the mix.
And I should really hide all chat when I do these videos. Anyway, So, actually, that's exactly what we're going to do. Give me a second. Right, now that's gone. Yeah, we just pump into the diva here. Pump into the diva. We could go and take high ground. They're not willing to take high ground here, so we could take high ground.
I need a doctor.
You're gonna join up with your team. This is good. This is good. This I like. That I like. That's a good use of the ult. Stun him. Oh, you don't have stun up. That's fine. Stun her out of her ult. You missed her. That was, I reckon that was a lucky shot. I don't think you were aiming for the Symmetra there. Yeah, stun Moira out of her ult. If you can. Nice, 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 nice. It's very scrappy, it's very all over the place, but again, this is silver, we have to take that into account. Get rid of that stupid Symmetra turret. Get rid of the Symmetra. Nice. Really, this enemy team should not be on the Symmetra anymore. They're not going to get value out of her. Don't go into this. You really don't want to go into this. No. That's got value, I suppose. You really are starting to roll them now, and you're cycling ults as well. You have the ults to finish this map. And they don't have a big negation ult like your Lucio does with his sound barrier. They don't have a Zen ult, they don't have a Lucio ult, so they can't really negate tons and tons of damage. Like that. Perfect ult from the Pharah. We don't need to worry about this Bob. We don't need to worry about this Bob. You have a wall up. Just concentrate about what's going on point. So I think they're gonna turn this. I think they're going to turn this. They've got a lot of bodies. They've got a lot of bodies on point. Maybe not. Don't know why the Moira was there. So what I was going to say before, basically they didn't make good of the opportunity, but what I was going to say is you concentrate, your team, 3 of you I think, concentrated a lot on that Bob. That Bob was not contesting the payload. You had a symmetrical wall up, but that Bob is not going to burn through that wall. So you just go the other side of the wall to the Bob, and you just let him be. He's not going to be able to do anything to you. Plus, then you can concentrate on the point and clear up the people that are actually stalling points. Good, getting the Deadeye. That's unlucky. Deadeye again is a trash ultimate. We want that Doomfist stunned. We want to be stunning that Doomfist. That's another barrage. That's crazy. This is a long, long stall. This is a long, long stall. Doomfist, 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 Doomfist. Symmetra turret. Monkey, stun him. Missed it, but fine. So that was a long stall there. And I think that was partly because you got focused on the Bob when you really didn't need to. You could have cleared up the people that were on point. And you could have ignored the Bob because you had a wall up and he was going to do nothing to you as long as you keep the other side of the wall. I don't think there was a need to overly concentrate on Bob there. As long as Bob is negated, Bob can't do anything to you. That's the way it is. And with the wall you had, he was not going to do anything to you. So, on defense of the first point of Eichenwalde, we are going to bunker up with the Bastion. We haven't reviewed any Bastions on this channel yet, I don't think. So, it's all about knowing when to move, it's all about setting up in good positions, it's all about aim. We're not going to go on top of the cart, we don't want that. We don't want to go up here. No, we don't. Okay, hold on. Okay, look at this from an attacker's perspective. This looks a bit silly, doesn't it? I really hope you're going to move. First of all, don't set up on top of that cart anyway. Second of all, if your Orisa has put this barrier here, just use it. Just use it. You're looking at... I don't want to be really harsh, but it looks a bit silly, doesn't it? You've got an Orisa barrier here, and you've chosen to set up right next to it on top of this cart. This cart really doesn't offer anything in terms of high ground advantage or anything. They can still get to you. So, I wouldn't necessarily be doing this. She's replaced her barrier. So the Sigma's going to barrier you. Now she's barriered you. Okay, so we're keeping them pressured down. We're doing Bastion things. That's poor. Like, that's poor from that Orisa. I'm just gonna put that out there. Like, okay, fine. You're stuck up here. That's great. That's fine. But why did she replace a barrier into a place where it's not covering you? That's a bit crazy. The Sigma needs to put his barrier on you here. Otherwise, you have to move. You're gonna take spam damage. You're gonna take a lot of spam damage. Right. Keep an eye out for that Farah, because you can melt her to pieces. This is the Bastion things, right? He's going to try and push up on you. This is a good rotation from them, so you need to move. Don't set back up. You need to go back. Okay, now you can go back into sentry mode. There's aim let us down there, kind of. Just sentry mode this. Okay. And reposition. So their rotation was actually pretty good. They made use of the cart to break line of sight from you, but in the end the damage comes through. We're going to have a tank ultimate now. Set up. I wouldn't have used that there. I don't think that is the best use of that. What I would have done is I would have set up in sentry mode. I would have burnt that Reinhardt's barrier to the extent that I could have before I'd had to move. And when I have to move, I would have then used the ult. Because his barrier would have been so low that what's he going to do? He's going to have a very difficult time stopping the damage from coming in. So our ult kind of got nothing there. Why are we not in sentry mode? Why are we not using the barrier in sentry mode? We're not putting enough pressure on them here. We're not putting enough pressure. This is Bastion is useless in this scenario. We walked around aimless there, trying to find someone to shoot, and not in sentry mode. So let me just show you something. You decided to set up here, which is fine at this level. Something else you can do is set up here. Yes, it gives them somewhat point control, but it gives you a lot of sightlines. So your whole team could have set up here, and they would have found it very difficult to get you, and so they would have had to rotate underneath you and pushed you off of high ground, or they would have had to boop you off of high ground. Either way, it's going to be more difficult for them to do that without taking a ton of damage coming in. So you could have done that. And very often that's what you'll see teams do when they run that Bastion strategy, especially at the higher level. They'll set up here. Because what Bastion is... When Bastion pops off is when he's got a ton of sightlines, he can pump a load of damage into you before you even get to him. That is when Bastion is at his most lethal. So, we're switching back to the Widow. But yeah, we walked around aimlessly in recon mode. I don't know why. We should have just planted ourselves somewhere and turned into sentry mode and just pummeled damage into them. Instead, we stayed in recon mode and we let them push forward. Lovely shot. Lovely shot. Instead, when we didn't go into sentry mode, we let them push forward because there wasn't enough pressure. Again, good shot. Very nice. Good start. Take high ground. Nice. We should take the high ground behind us. We should take the high ground. Because otherwise you're just shooting into barriers. Gotta flank a little bit. Gonna hit this. Gonna hit this Ash. Nope. It's okay. Not every Widowmaker hits their shots. Every time, anyway. Another good thing about Widowmaker is, and a lot of people won't understand, I don't say won't, a lot of people don't understand this, especially at lower levels, is the fact that Widow, even though she might not be lighting up the kill feed with 2Ks, 3Ks, 4Ks, sometimes the pressure a Widow puts on, nice shot, unlucky, sometimes the pressure that Widow can put on is just enough to throw the enemy team off, because the whole enemy team will change the way in which they play if there's a Widowmaker on the field, just like that D.Va is. She's trying to shut you down, and she's overextending because of it, and she's getting punished. That's exactly what she's doing. We need to get out of here. We should not be here as Widow. High ground, high ground, high ground. Okay, we just need to back out completely. Hey, oh, that was a stupid ult from there, I'm not gonna lie. That's a nice shot. Get out. You do not want to die. But yeah, the pressure a Widow just being on the field can offer can sometimes just be enough to throw the team off completely. You're going to have a D.Va on you. You're going to die. You're lucky, but no one's contesting payload. We need to stop lining up this set shot. Nice! Yeah. We need to switch off the Widow. Now. We lose all value for Widow at this point. McCree? Yeah. We could also go Reaper here and barrel into them, but I wouldn't advise that because there's a Pharah on the field. So McCree is a good choice here. To be quite honest, it's very odd to see Pharahs at this point of Eichenwalde, but it's fine, it's fine. So we want to pressure out this Pharah. Just like that. Beautiful work. Now our Pharah gets free reign. Look at the left. Nice, nice, nice. No, 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 no. Back, 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 back. Back, back, back. Overextending, overextending, overextending. Overextending. Don't stand out here. There's literally a Pharah above you. She should kill you. You are very lucky to be alive. We don't hold outside the gates of Eichenwalde. If we're on third point. We do not hold outside the gates of Eichenwalde. See, we've still got sights here. Nice shot. A Reinhardt's in trouble. We're coming up on a Deadeye. Get away from that D.Va bomb. Are we going to flank Deadeye here? I thought so. That's gone big. D.Va was not quick enough. They shouldn't be able to push this now. So the flank Deadeye, The reason that flank Deadeye worked is because the D.Va didn't react quick enough. Better D.Vas would have shut you down and probably just straight out killed you. They would have DM'd, charge, wrong word, but they would have boosted into you, held DM, held micro missiles, and primary fired. You would have been dead, and you would have got no value out of it. So that's something to be aware of. This is too far. Look where you were there. You were in the middle of their team. You do not want that. This is fine because you're with the Reinhardt. No. Take a look. Take a look. Let's have a look at the situation here. Look where you are. Look where your team is. Look where they're Pharah, Mercy, Baptiste. I think the rest of them are respawning. Now, if I was this Pharah, she's not paying attention. But if I was this Pharah, I'd be spamming rockets down here, seeing you here. He's probably going to die to you because you've stunned him. Let's see. Or not. You are too far out here. You're too far out here, and you've done this several times on this point C defense. You keep going outside of the castle, And as McCree, we don't need to be doing that. We really don't need to be doing that. You got punished. That Farah punished you. I did say she was going to do it. But I think we're going to win this either way because I don't think they're going to go back to payload. I don't think they're going to have a good fight. Oh, maybe they are actually. Maybe they are. But your pick has actually slowed your team down here. The pick on you has slowed your team down. That's a big fire ult. That's a big fire ult though. So your Deadeye has gone and got the Mercy, and so it all gets cleared up here. Right. So let's go back a second. See if I can find where I'm looking for here. Right about here, I think. Yeah. So this was happening several. Why is the escort the payload here? Go away. But this was happening several times where you were going out of the castle, chasing kills, and this Farah punished you for it. And at higher levels, you will get punished a lot for that. Rule on Eichenwalde is just don't try and hold outside of the castle. You hold at the castle doors. That's all you need. Apart from that, your aim is pretty good, your Widow's pretty good, your Bastion, it's more about team positioning with the Bastion, but I think our ult could have been used in a better way if we had just gone into Sentry mode and burnt the Rhine barrier and then used it. We would have got more value out of it. And your Widow positioning at times, take high ground and keep rotating to different high grounds, make yourself unpredictable, and then they won't know where you're going to come from and you can get really cheeky kills. And with the McCree, try using it all a bit better. I think we were using it a bit willy-nilly, especially on the attack. And yeah, I think that's what we will go with for now. But the positioning is the main thing, especially on that defense there. But for now, thank you guys so much for watching this video. If you liked it, give a like, subscribe if you're new, and I'll see you in the next video. See you then.